We don't have a formal agenda, everybody on?
Yeah.
We don't have our formal agenda. We're gonna walk through the agenda for the 20th, the meeting on the 20th.
Okay.
Okay, now one of the first orders of business. Oh, wait, I gotta go get my glasses. How do we feel about the recycling center closing on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve, maybe 2 hours ago? Because they don't get any traffic.
As long as it's well advertised.
Yeah, we have pretty good way about it.
Yeah.
Those
Good year.
those
Yeah.
are the good old days.
That's where my brain's at. Glad you're watching.
Okay, so would you decide? Yes, 2 hours early, we have.
2
we have
hours early Christmas Eve.
Christmas
And New Year's Eve, both are
Eve.
Sundays.
That's 2
Oh,
o'clock.
they're both Sunday. Oh, they're
Yeah.
Sundays.
And they're. it's
Yeah,
2
I think
o'clock.
that's fine, as long as people know, so nobody comes to put garbage at
They
2:15.
can post it down outside.
Yeah, if they put
They
signs up
post it.
right away,
They post it themselves
Yeah.
and then we send out an email.
yeah, whatever you can do, as well,
Yeah.
don't forget Beacon, you don't have Beacon people.
A lot of them and the
Oh.
Lagrange people.
Oh, good, okay,
Those that will give their email addresses
Yeah,
when they get their
'cause-
permit and,
no one likes to go there with a car full of garbage to find out the gate's locked.
Yeah.
well, they'll put it up too, so the people that come the week before will know.
Yeah.
2 hours, okay.
It's usually the same people. I think.
Mhm. Yep,
So
And I think the guys never ask, they never mention it, except when they know they're completely dead in there, you know, like they don't want to miss a person, so they.
yeah, no, they're good, I was there
Yeah.
today.
Oh, good, okay. So the other thing is, at the recycling center, there's an issue with that loader.
The old loader.
Yeah, you know, I think it's an issue that's gonna have to be, dealt with pretty soon, but basically, you know, we put Band-Aids on it with, repairs, now it's got a hydraulic line. Repair it's necessary, but also the bucket that he has, and you know, it's not my field, thank you guys for all your. efforts. But the bucket that's on the end, they often use, it like a snowplow to move big piles when the parks guys go in. Yeah, exactly, and so that's got a problem. So I was gonna ask if one of you guys knows this stuff. To take a look at it, and then, or we can ask Ed to do it, because Ed knows about it.
Ed would be the best choice.
Ed, okay, because he does know the machine, and then make some recommendations about it, because,
Is that a new edge that could go on there? Because it doesn't sound like a lot. That's like.
It's just the cutting edge or
It's
there's something else?
Yeah, it's just a regular.
They actually flip them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he said it was extremely expensive. The blade attached, I might be describing it wrong, so the blade attached to the loader bucket is really not a snowplow blade per se. It's bolted on, and the bolts and nuts are secured with spot welds, so it's not meant to come off and on like the snowplows are. And so it's an expendable part of the bucket designed to protect the leading edge of the bucket, which if it had to be replaced, I imagine would be extremely expensive. Is it prohibitive?
well, compared to the price of a loader, it's peanuts.
Yeah. Who said it was expensive?
Mike did. Mike drives the loader, but Pete's not.
I mean, it's AR steel, but
Yeah.
it doesn't. It might be $800 to $1,500.
Yeah.
It's that much.
I mean, depending on the size. Well, if you gotta cut it off, it's spot weld.
So why don't we
But
ask,
$1,800 to $1,500 is a lot cheaper.
Yeah, loaders are huge.
so the hydraulic line has a problem, so we'll get our regular guy over there to look at that and give kind of assess. Is this thing dying a slow death or is it?
I mean, it's the old highway one, way back.
Most power trains, okay.
Yeah, see what that's, I mean, they don't use it, they use it once in a while to lift
Mm-hmm.
some snow, and they push down in the
Push it down
dumpster,
in the dumpsters and he
compress
needs,
things,
yeah,
that's about it though, I mean,
I would fix it if it's worthwhile.
Yeah.
Newer loaders are expensive and all the emission stuff on it's probably.
oh, that's true.
Especially. if
Yes,
it's
big
industrial
headache,
on.
yep,
You got the depth of the diesel dump truck here. And
Anything that runs,
anything that sits.
it doesn't run every single day.
okay.
The dev stuff.
Okay, so when we go over there to fix the hydraulic line, we'll ask him, Ryan, to take a look at the whole thing, give an assessment, and then give us a quote on them. Okay,
I mean, hydraulic lines is kind of a routine thing.
Yeah, that's a regular.
yeah, he just fixed the fuel line.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta expect some stuff. We've had it, that take forever.
Yeah, the lines.
Well, here's what's good about it, like over 6 years, I would say, we repaired it, nothing last year. So, I mean, we do little incremental things, but it hasn't been bad.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Mike's getting a little worried about it, so I wanted to bring it to your attention. So what we'll do is we'll send Ryan over there, we'll get an assessment, and we'll get a quote, and then to fix.
Yeah, I've read what happened to this.
He probably, you know what, I call him on the phone and Ed already knows it. Like he's already seen it, he drives by and he can tell you what. So I'm sure he'll have it.
He would know the best.
Okay, so that's that, and then we have our, so the main thing, okay, there's some things coming up, I'm gonna have I'll do an overview at the last meeting of what's been done and where we stand, because there's some things that are open. So we're gonna need that list, so I'll prepare that list. One of the things is, today, spending a lot, FEMA is just incredibly, busy thing to work with, organization. So, with FEMA, I think we've gotten everything on from the storms. I have to have a weekly call with them, which you guys know is about 2 hours. The storms are in from July. The West Club Mountain Bridge is in. We had a great meeting with Tom Harvey, describing, what Ed and I talked about, the different repairs that Ed thought would be appropriate. They priced them out. It could be anywhere from $350 to $645. And all of that I've submitted to FEMA. I gave them pictures, we've given them data, I've signed off on all the documents. There's one more on the site description I have to sign off on. Does everybody agree with their people, with the descriptions they came up with after going to the West Club Mountain Bridge, and it looks perfect, so anyway, I think we're almost there with them. So if we get all that turned in by Monday, FEMA's in the works, and then we will find out how much money they'll give us.
Oh, good.
So
Good.
that's a really good thing. That's a waiting game, but hopefully, we put in all the labor hours, everything. So FEMA is really important, and that's coming. Now, the salt shed grant, I did finally get a hold of somebody. We did that salt shed grant, was due beginning of August.
Yeah, I was gonna say, middle of summer.
Yeah, and it was a good grant response, because there was, remember I asked you, John, we were talking about it, and that those land use classes.
Yeah, you learned a lot of inside
So
strategies. Yeah.
they usually announce the salt shed in December, but she wasn't sure. She said they'll send me a notice, so maybe we'll know by the 20th, and if not, they'll definitely have it done by early January.
Good.
Which would mean, because I was saying, they gotta start doing some work to get prepared, right? Because you want to get that built. Or if they were gonna announce it in April, we would be screwed up for next year, so. But anyway, it looks like we'll know in the fourth or the early first quarter. So those two things are really important, because that's a lot of money back to us.
Sure.
So those have to be watched out for. The other, we've got some resolutions we're gonna pass. I got all the paperwork and sent it back for the cell tower. We're working now on the parkland alienation, everything. I mean, everything was agreed upon before. We're just duplicating the paperwork. It was all unanimously voted on, and they're anxious. And the interesting thing is, that Verizon, has held out, which is good. They're ready to get going, because we do have a major problem. I guess they get criticized a lot for that area over there. So we're gonna see what happens with the next step. But that's moving in the right direction. Let's see, we have encumbrances. So I don't think I brought it, but what we're gonna do at the meeting is the end of the year, we normally do that list of any money we want to encumber to save, to save in that same line. So we'll have a couple of those. I don't know if you guys have anything that you would be thinking of, any project in the park or anything. We still have funds from the parks parking lot. We put aside, not in a reserve account, but
Phase two. Good.
for the things that they wanted us to do
Yeah.
at the parking lot.
Yes.
And then we kind of stopped working on it because of the library. And if there's construction in there, we don't want them to spend, but that money is still there. Like 45 grand, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, quite a bit.
It's any project we might be in the middle of that we're putting money aside for next year. I'm looking over everything to make sure that we can encumber it. And We'll also, we don't have many, but we have transfers that we'll discuss. I mean, the budget lines are pretty tight as usual. So I'll have that list for you. I'll try to get it out to you early. We had repair, I think those are the two main financial items. Just to review, the regular reports will be done next week. We haven't got the bank statements yet, so then the reports will be done and you'll get to see how people are doing through November. We have Doyle's been here. They did that, highway department today, so they did the long barn. They did the, what was the other one? Equipment shed, our maintenance shed.
Oh, the maintenance.
They call it an equipment shed, but it's really our maintenance
Yes.
shed. And then they went over to highway today.
Good.
When they come over to work down in Parks and come to town hall, George is meeting them, and then I've got all the specs here. I can, if anybody's interested. We have all the specs from every, from every unit.
Excellent.
So they're all here. They will be in a file, and George has a copy of the specs, and George is also gonna be looking over what they've done, which is good for us.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll meet him in Parks and go through that. So Doyle is up to snuff. We forgot to vote.
We never followed through with the camera systems.
I was just gonna say, we forgot that night. We got distracted.
Yeah.
So I'm bringing that in on the 20th, and we can vote on it, because everybody wanted to do it, but we didn't, we hadn't finished.
Yeah,
I think we got way late on some conversation. So I have that. So Doyle will be done. So our security stuff is gonna be really nicely updated, the Doyle and the cameras. And, I know you got all those papers. I'll copy them again, but I know we have to stack them at that meeting. And I'm trying to think of anything else outstanding. Right now, we're working on the number 2. So the low bidder that everybody voted on was there today, working on, remember, for the boiler and the.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So he was over there this morning.
Yeah, their
And,
fire alarm went off at 6 a.m. Sunday morning.
yeah, I'm gonna have
no
Doyle
apparent
look
reason.
at it.
Yeah,
It looks like there wasn't any reason, right?
we couldn't find it.
Yeah, and it's a new system, but I don't understand. I mean, those kids used to not, cause a trip it every night, right?
but-
That was cooking, smoking.
Yeah, and nothing was going on. The tenant was sleeping
Yeah.
and, two upstairs and downstairs.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
So it could be some system glitch. Well, they're gonna go over there and look when today they did highway, so they'll be in the park tomorrow. They're gonna go over there tomorrow.
Good.
So, and then we'll find out what happened there. It could be just, it's been ignored for so long without the jump.
Yeah.
Just testing it. So that work is getting done. What other work do we have? It's really just there, and maintenance work that Vinny's working hard on with the crew. The grand illumination we had, as everybody saw.
Yeah, very nice.
Great.
It
Charming.
looks really good.
The most amount of kids we've had. We had a great debrief.
Santa
with
got a
staff.
workout.
He loved it. That Santa's very cute. He had a really good time, and we got some cute pictures of the kids, but we sold everything early. The ornaments went, not sold, we give them away. The ornaments went all early, all the toasted marshmallow stuff outside, gone. All those cookies that everybody loves, and last year we were given we had at least 20 left. Nothing.
All gone.
Gone early. Everything was gone. And they were doing cards for the Pope, the Bill Pope's son, they had a raise, they were asking for unwrapped new gifts for the kids in the Poughkeepsie home. So there was a table where all the kids could sit down and write cards out. And they were
Okay.
writing cards out, and they wanted to keep them all. They wrote them. They colored in one they colored, and then Danielle's daughter wrote, "I love you, Santa Claus." She wanted to hang on to that. That was really cute. That was an adorable picture.
Mhm.
So I don't know, it was a really nice event. Everybody had a good time. The families.
Yeah, very nice.
Largest group we've had in a while. So, all right, so I have the spreadsheet that we always do very early for both the Gaelic Festival and the Balloon Festival. I'll send that out to show you guys that next week. I just want to make sure that there's no movement in like the Gaelic Festival's dates. But I think they want to do the same weekend they did this year, which was the last weekend in September.
How about the October festival? Reserve the band again next year?
All that gets done right away.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
Just double check.
yeah. Maggie's on it.
Good.
She's
Okay.
been in training 2 years ago, and then
Mhm.
this year she ran everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
Yeah,
the
very good.
band and the dancers and all that, she takes care of right away.
Okay.
So that's good. So we would have the same busy September. So you'll have Labor Day with the
Yeah.
Balloon Fest, and then, the Oktoberfest is the third weekend, and then GA is
Gaelic
the fourth
Festival.
weekend.
yeah.
they'll just hope for better weather. So my rec for the first time, and the entity that we use for to track all recreation, for the first time, I don't know, they changed, they sent like this very long, contract. We've never had a contract. So I'm reading it, but because it has limitation of liability and all this indemnity and stuff, and I'm gonna send it over to Jeff and have Jeff look at it and give you guys a report on the 20th, and then we'll sign it. These fees aren't paid till the first quarter, till January. But I think it's important that we just review this formally, put the copy in the file before it gets signed up. So we'll have that done for the 20th. So we'll be set. They're already in the works for all their, normal, getting ready for camp and all that stuff's happening.
Yeah.
We're changing just so you know, the facility rental agreement, especially for large groups. Stephanie takes care of all the facility rental stuff, as you guys know, but if it gets to be a 250 person or larger group, then it comes to the court. So I have a spreadsheet. I taught her this week how to use the spreadsheet and in other words, a calculator and what the fees would be. And two things we want to add to the facility rental agreement is one is the event signs, because GAA left their signs all over the place. They put them up a month early and they have them up all over the place. So we want to remind them that like the day after they have to take those down. And I think that was really it. But there was an event sign notification and we were worried about, I can't remember what else it was. It was the events. I think that I'm good, but we're just going to add those little notations on the front of the facility rental. So then if a group comes in over 250, we'll come here. You'll see what they sign and you'll see the spreadsheets that I give them that we do. This is where we calculate our numbers. And that's the new thing they didn't use that before. So but you've seen it whenever we get a big group. The contingent account. We voted on the 4 things for the contingent account. I just want you to remind you the next meeting. I don't know, but like, remember we paid for the AEDs because we had.
Yeah.
Okay, so that kind of stuff. So I want to make sure you have that list and everything. Cyber insurance we voted for because the insurance carrier pulled it out, that kind of stuff. And I think most of the stuff that I have, we're gonna have a couple of resolutions and we're gonna have financials. I like to wrap up the last one. We'll do a review. Do you guys have anything you want to see on the agenda? Just the normal stuff we do in December. And any outstanding resolutions? The next one. The cell tower's already done.
Right.
Can't think of any offhand. I didn't have time between FEMA and all this other stuff we're working on. I was been really busy, but I can't think of any others. I do have some resolutions in my office that are half done, so I'll get those done. We'll review the financials and we'll do a complete review of what's been accomplished and what we have outstanding. I think all the stuff outstanding is the worry part because like the viburnums we want to plant at the solar development. Those we rejected doing it in the winter because we thought it was too late. So we want to make sure that project gets done.
Do they have a date for that? Have they proposed a date to do that or no?
No, they asked us what we wanted, but they were lining them up too late in the season. So we said, you know what, they offered us, it's like 10 grand, but part of the 10 grand is the labor to put it in. We told them we'd like to do it in the spring. So, and Brittany Hedrick is the CAC member who is really great at planting. She said she'd oversee it with the parks guys.
So these will be in addition to the arborvitae.
No, they're
Boxwoods.
Well,
Those boxwoods would probably come out. They're a waste of time for her to
I think if you look at them, show them.
well, they
look like
can't all fit.
It's like, yeah,
So I think, one thing is they're gonna have to move some down because they're not gonna do the whole fence all the way around. They're gonna do the
Yeah.
front. They're gonna use
Yeah.
it as screening. And, we've been yelling at them for 3 years and they finally realized, or 4 years, whatever it is, they finally clicked onto them that the contractor had done a bait and switch. And that wasn't our fault. And we needed the plants we originally wanted. So he looked everything up and then he finally agreed. So that's good. But my guess is some of those boxes are dead. Number one, I know some are dead and others will have to be pulled out to make room.
Okay.
But where they can do every other, they might do every other. But I'm not, do you want some? Do you want us to bring some over here?
I won't live that long.
I know. But that's an important,
funny.
we've been waiting so long for that screening.
Mhm.
I know that the CAC is very, they just want to make sure that gets done. And
Yeah,
they're, because I put them in charge of their,
good.
they're so good at this stuff.
Yeah, they're very effective. group.
Yeah. All right, and then there's a list of other stuff. Can you think of anything? No. All right, well, I've got the rest of these, I've got piles on my desk that are coming to this meeting on the 20th, but I don't remember all. But I will be thorough and get everything on there, so try to get it out to you early once we finish with
Okay.
the financials, so you can have all the numbers. And then I'll give you that, and you'll have everything in writing. Hopefully you're. You got nothing? No? Okay. All right, well, that's really, I mean, I'm meeting, I gotta meet with, I've got outstanding items with everybody, with George and everybody. I just want to give them a list, make sure we're, that they're gonna get their stuff done. We should be in good shape. Okay? It's gonna be a good, holiday season. All right, now I don't have anything else. But I know, Councilman, you wanted to.
Yeah.
You wanted to talk to us.
So I addressed this to the town board. So I said the past 2 years have been very rewarding for me as a councilman for the town of Unionville. It has given me the chance to work with people that have proven to be admirable thinkers who are diligent and hardworking as public servants of our town. The countless hours speaking with types of residents was an eye-opening experience, and it gave me the chance to have better understanding of people while holding the position of councilman. Which brings me to regretfully announce that I am resigning as councilman due to personal reasons effective immediately. Thank you. All right.
Well, you've been fantastic as councilman, a member of the community, as a citizen. Really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for all your effort and all the help, extra help you want with trucks for the highway. Mark,
I'll
any
continue
questions?
to- We're not done. I love to help the community.
Hard to quantify it. Really good.
Thank you. It was great
Many
work.
people don't even know that.
It really was.
Um,
So you go.
Jerry, I have to say, you have been an extremely effective councilman.
Thank you.
You're a hard worker. You're here for the right reasons. You were very helpful to, you're a good businessman. You know, we talked frequently. Like I talked with most of you frequently and you gave good advice. Very intuitive, easy to get along with, but smart. We couldn't have asked for a better councilman.
Thank you very much.
So
I feel
appreciate
bad
it.
about this decision, but
It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure working with you.
thank you.
All right. And I know I'll see you. You did a great job.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll miss you.
Am I excused?
I think
Just
that
out.
So you won't even be here.
Sign out.
You won't even be here on the 20th.
No.
given our,
Yeah.
any indications of interest, people that
Can
are
you
interested in being on,
survive
the
that people?
any indications of interest, please give,
That's gonna be rough.
send that notification. I want people to hear this. Please send any indications of interest into the town clerk who will collect, give them to me. If anybody's interested in that. And with that, the meeting is over. This is our unofficial,
right.
this is our, not our formal meeting, so thank you guys.
Okay.
All right, you can, I'll take some of the
Yes.
vouchers.
No one else is resigning.
Oh, are you leaving us chocolate or is that?
No, that's a couple.
All right, oh, there's some here that are open.